use Picard, which would be good to use diplomacy, recruit next time. Let's save this one. Okay. I would need 4 attack. He's got another ability called Disruptors. See this kind of shield with a tail on it. This is the equivalent of swiftness in Mage Knight. Basically what this says is, in order to protect myself against this attack of 3, I need shields of twice this. I need shields of 6. Okay, but if I leave it unshielded and his attack goes through, it still stands as 3, not 6. Right? So it does 3 attack on me, but I need 6 shields to defend against it. And I need 4 attack to take him out. Now, of course, an archer can give me 3 shields. I've got an attack here. Torpedo attack would be enough to take him out, but that would need yellow data to charge it. We've got a long range attack of 3. If I charge out with red, 3 and 2, 5, take him out without blocking. I like the idea of that, which means I just need 5 movement. So I'm going to use Improvise. Improvise says, discard another card from your hand to gain move 3, diplomacy 3, attack 3 or shields 3. I'm going to get the move 3. So we'll discard a card. I'm going to discard yeah, I don't like doing it, but I'm going to discard Picard. Yeah, because I don't need him anyway. Discard Picard. Okay, that gives me move 3. I'm going to use Explore for another move 2. That gives me move 5. And with this, I can move into this nebula spot, which is cost 3. I've got 2 left. Incidentally, if you move from one space adjacent to one of these Romulan warbirds to another space adjacent, they will automatically attack you, interrupt your turn, and that's your action for the turn. But I'm moving next to him. I'm not moving again. I'm just going to explore here with my other 2 movement. When you're exploring, a tile can only be placed adjacent to either 2 tiles or adjacent to a tile that is adjacent to 2 tiles. So for example, if I was up here exploring, I could explore here because this tile is adjacent to 2 tiles. But then if I moved in here and say explored here, that's illegal because it's not adjacent to 2 tiles. I could put it in here, but if I tried to do something like that, this isn't adjacent to 2 tiles, so that would be illegal, right? So I'm exploring here. All right, that's legal. So here's number 4. He's going to go in here like so. We've got another Romulan warbird, so I'm going to put one of these down, flip it. We've got an outpost. This is a black hole. This is basically terrain that you cannot enter. You cannot enter, you cannot end, you can't move through. So this is out of bounds. And then here we have a Dominion starbase. This is, I guess, the equivalent of a mage tower in Mage Knight. I'm going to take one of these, place it face down. If I move adjacent, I can flip it up. And if you assault these, then you can start getting these undiscovered items, which are these guys up here, the equivalent of what were spells, and these are even more powerful. As it goes, I'm going to try and take down this guy now. So I've got 2 cards left, and I think that's all I need. And I'm going to start with Engage. I'm going to grab the red data die from the core. That will give me long range attack 3. I'm going to use an archer's ability of long range attack 2. Now I'll place the command token on her to show that she's been activated. Okay, I can't use her again. That gives me a long range attack 5 in total. And that will be enough to take this out without having to engage in close combat. So I don't have to suffer his attack, I don't have to try and beat his attack. Long range attack 5 is enough to take out his defense of 4. So he's dead. We get 3 experience, we get the +1 for exploring this tile, so that's the 4 experience we wanted. And we get +1 reputation, that's diplomacy, for getting rid of this. Go, that gives me 1, 2, 3, +1 for the explore, that's 4. Okay, so we have ended our turn. These get discarded. And the crew offer doesn't get refilled, not until a new round, okay? We do get our end of turn reward, which is a level up. And all we do is we take one of these commands, these level skills, flip it over. Now it's a command token. And now we're on level 3. Our defense has gone up from 2 to 3. Our hand limit is still 5. We draw back up to 5 cards. There's only 2 here, so we can't draw any more. Then it's Dummy's turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a blue, so there's a blue here, so 1 more. He's only got 1 card left. So one of us is going to call end of round in a minute. It won't be him next time because he's still got a card. But it won't be me because I'm going to try and play something. Now I was looking for diplomacy. Let's play repair hull sideways. Oh, forgot to roll that. It's a yellow or a gold. Play this one sideways for... Yeah, I kind of want another move. I've got nothing left here. Yeah, play this one sideways as well for another move. So that's 2 move. That's enough for me to move to this other outpost here. Yep, and because we're adjacent to this Dominion starbase, we flip it over. And we'll see slightly more powerful enemies. But one of the major differences here, like what you saw in Mage Knight, if you wanted to assault a Mage Tower, is you had to generate movement to get in there first. But in Frontiers, we don't need any movement at all. If we wanted to assault this Dominion starbase, we just do that as our action. We don't need any movement. We attack it from one spot adjacent. So as it goes, I don't have enough to take him out. I've only got at most attack 4. He's got defense of 5, so that blew that plan. And even this Romulan Warbird here is defense 5. So I'm going to discard this at the end of my turn. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use my skill. I'm going to flip this, and this is going to give me 3 reputation. In fact, no, let me keep that card. Let me keep that card. I'm not going to discard it. I'll tell you why. My 3 reputation, I'm at an outpost. I can recruit the medical officer as my action. She only needs 3 diplomacy. Can be recruited at an outpost. And what you'll see is she has a supporting ability. Ready a level 1 or level 2 crew member. So I could actually ready Denatra, she's a level 2. And give me attack 3 or long range attack 2. That would be enough to take out one of those enemies. Obviously I can't do it on this turn because I've got no more, you know, I've used my action. I've got no cards to draw. So we'll play Dummy. Dummy's only got 1 card. That ends his turn. He's going to call end of round next time because he's got an empty deck, right? Doesn't matter that he's emptied it this time. When he starts his turn with an empty deck, he'll call end of round. We've only got 1 card. I'm going to activate the medical officer to ready level 1, level 2 crew member. The long range attack 2 is not enough. But if I do an attack 3, yeah, I'm going to take some damage, that's the trouble. But I do have a medical officer now, so I'm not so worried. Anyway, I want to show you how this works, I guess. Okay, so we're going to attack. Now remember, to assault this is my action, I don't need to move, alright? I'm not moving. He's got attack 5, which I'm not shielding from. And he's also got biogenetic weapons. Okay, so attack 5 is what I've got to suffer. Now I've got defense 3, so I'm going to take 2 wounds, I'll show you in a minute. Now unlike Mage Knight, it's your ship that's taking the damage here, not your crew. So you can't, like in Mage Knight you could assign damage to your units, right? These guys aren't involved, it's your ship that's taking the damage, but it is your captain's defense value, how well he commands his ship, that soaks up some of that damage. So these guys can't help us in soaking up damage. Okay, and there is an exception to this, and that's when we go on away missions. This is when we beam down to a planet and we take a party of crew with us. Okay, then we're engaging in hand-to-hand with enemies directly on the planet's surface. Okay, not at this stage. It's our USS Enterprise D that's coming under attack. And the first thing we do when we're not shielding attack is take some damage, and we're going to put this in our hand. Now we're also going to take a damage because of the biometric weapon and put that in our discard pile. Okay, so we've taken the damage. We're suffering an attack 5, remember? Now what we do is reduce that 5 by our defense. We've reduced it down from 5 to 2, right? We reduced it by 3. We didn't reduce it down to 0, so we take another piece of ship damage. Okay, remember, because of the biogenic weapon, another wound in here, or another damage in here. We were on 2, we reduced the 2 by 3, back, no more. Okay, that's the end of the attack. Alright, so the strength of our defense is our ability to soak up damage to our ship. Now we've taken 4 damage here. Now if during the course of single combat we take damage, our ship takes damage equal or greater to our unmodified hand limit, so 5 or more right now, then we would have catastrophic damage, and immediately we'd have to discard all non-damage cards from our hand, and we could do no more. We're critically crippled. Right, as it goes, that's it. That's the soak up damage. Now we get to attack, and this is where I'm going to do attack 3 with Denatra. Attack 2 with my quantum torpedoes. I could even boost it out to attack 4, but it's not necessary. 5 is all I need to defeat this unit. My ship now immediately moves in here, and I place one of my shield tokens here to show that I've defeated this Dominion starbase. We gain our 4 fame, which takes us from 8 to 12, but for assaulting what is not an enemy base, we lose 1 rep, so we're back down to the middle 0 spot. But as a reward, we get to claim one of these undiscovered cards. I quite fancy the look of this one. Penetrate shields. Yeah, I like it. This goes in my deck, so now I've got cards once more. This gets refilled. I haven't gained any experience enough to give me a new level, so I am stuck there. I can draw back up. This isn't going to give me anything. He's going to declare end of round. I'm going to discard, nothing to do. That ends the round. So these get refreshed. I could have done a diplomatic action, I guess. No, I didn't have enough diplomacy. This gets reshuffled. I've got a whole bunch of rubbish damage in here now. This goes on the bottom. This gets refreshed. 1, 2, 3. These get re-rolled. This one goes into Dummy's hand. Or Dummy's deck rather, that gets shuffled. Incidentally, one thing I forgot to do, when we leveled up and did a skill, you take one of Dummy's skills and put that in a common offer. When we level up next time, that will be available to us. Let's refresh this. Refresh the undiscovered. This yellow one goes back on the bottom. And it also means, because it's yellow, we're going to add a yellow crystal to Dummy's ship card. So there's 2 useful reasons here. Every additional one you see here represents an extra round we've done, so now we're on round 2. Okay? And it also means if a yellow card comes up now, it's going to draw additional 2 cards, not additional 1. Okay, we're nearly ready to go. We'll draw our 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll get to choose our tactic, but we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode.